Hey, I thought I'd make a different video to normal. I'm not obviously on my bike today. I felt like a rest day after coming off the other day. My ribs are hurting a bit bruised. Being a bit of a go about it. So, as you can see behind me is my road bike. This is the main bike I use. The Wahoo computer is on it there, followed by the light. That's a Halfords light, 1600 looms, roughly the same power as one car headlight. And then the rear light we use again is a Halfords rear light. I quite like it. You've got lasers that aim down at the floor, although I don't normally have those on. Don't quite know why they are on, but they flash and they do different things. As I say, I don't normally have those lasers on. Down here we have, this is my first bike I brought. I bought it when I worked in Halfords, which was when I think I was 16, 17, I'm now 32. I got it just before I left. I stopped cycling for quite a few years, so it was always sat in the shed. Then one day someone done some work on it for me, so we got it all up together. Then in, I think it was May last year, I done a charity ride which was 500 miles, 500 miles throughout the month. So thank you to everyone who donated. But this was the bike I done it on. It has road tyres. It's quite a nice bike to ride. You can tell the difference between that and the road bike, the quality. It's, you know, it's still a nice bike. I would still use it. Yeah. Anyway, this is another road bike, which is a vintage road bike, which I love. I got it from a job. They were getting rid of it because it had been left. But anyway, I quite like it. I quite like vintage stuff. I think it's like possibly a 1980s bike, which I love. Obviously Peugeot, they used to use them in the racing. I really like this bike. The gears, it has a few less gears than normal. I think it's only possibly got 6 gears. I haven't used it. I've used it a couple of times, but not a great deal. It's got 6 gears. It's quite hard work, you know, obviously because you've got, I think probably the highest 6 rather than the lower 6. So you've got to be quite strong to use it. Yeah, so over here we have 3 pairs of glasses. Obviously the summer glasses, the winter glasses, just a nice clear pair of glasses. I don't tend to go out too much in the dark in the winter. I try and get out on a light evening. I sometimes obviously get caught on the way back in the dark. And then we've got these, which just a cheap pair of glasses that I can use for work. We've got my helmet. I went for a yellow helmet, something bright to stand out for people. And then the bag on the end there is the GoPro attachments. Down here we have some spare wheels that were from this bike when I got it from Halfords, as I say, years ago. The wheels were never used because I put these wheels straight on it. The wheels were on it, I put those straight on it before it even left the shop. So those down there have never been used, but I'm going to be putting some tyres and tubes on those, and I'm going to put them on this bike, on the main road bike, onto the turbo trainer down there, which I'm currently just using as a stand for this vintage bike. So I will end up using the turbo trainer on the road bike to use with once in a while. I find it quite good to build the muscles in your legs and for a good bit of fitness, mainly over the winter. Yeah, so we will put some tyres on those, and then we'll be able to swap the back wheel when we want, which would be useful because it wears out the tyres extremely quickly, the turbo trainer. Back to the main road bike, recently I put some nice new Continental GP5000s on it, which I'm quite liking. I've done, I don't know, 300-400 miles on them. Haven't had a puncture yet, which is quite nice because I was suffering quite a lot with punctures. Recently we put new brakes on because we wore out the brakes. They'd been on there, the old ones have been on there just over a year or something. This bike needs a bit of a clean at the moment. I did give it a quick wash today, but some more cleaning stuff come today. In the black case there, we keep spare tubes, a pump, 2 tyre levers, and small square patches for obviously an emergency puncture where we could, you know, not have to replace the tube. Just a few things like that in there. What else have we got? Over here we've got the phone watching as we record. How cool is that? That's the bike cleaner I use. We either use Muck Off or the Halfords one, whatever one they have in stock, or whatever shop I'm near at the time to what they have. We've got some GT85 that we recently used to clean the chain. Today, my chain cleaner has come today, and I have a chain cleaner device which we'll get to in a minute. After every wash I use the Bike Protect. I quite like it. I use it on all the bolts and everything like that on the bike. I'm quite liking that. I think that was a good buy. Here we have the chain lube, obviously one for when it's wet and one for when it's dry. Again, I'm quite liking that. We don't use GT85 on the chain, we use the lube mostly. I sometimes use GT85 to shoot off sand. Obviously living on the coast we get a lot of sand. Here we have my cycling shoes, which could do with possibly some new cleats. They're wearing quite thin. I think I've got some somewhere. But that's my cycling shoes. Again, very good. They do it very tight, undo very easy. We've got the battery pack there, which we've got a GoPro battery there. A spare one. I carry 2 GoPro batteries as the batteries only last 1 hour. So I've got 2 hours of recording when I'm out. Maybe I could do with more. I keep this here because I'm a bit limited with power out here. And I like the battery pack for the lights in the computer, as when they're fully charged it switches it off, so we then don't have a power or anything going into it. I just like the thought of them not sat on the power all the time. Here we have some cupboards, little cupboards with bike stuff in. I was going to show you. This is minus the tape. This is all the equipment I use to clean my chains. Some of it's new, even clean the chain with that. We've got, you probably know, if you're watching this, you'll know what a lot of this is. We've got a chain cleaner here, which the chain runs through. We've got her daughter's old toothbrush, to try and get more bits out on the chain. We like quite a clean chain. We like to get a perfect finish. Here, this would be the light drawer. You know, you can never not have enough lights. Of course, at the moment they're on the bike. We've just seen that. This drawer, this will be tools when I get all the tools out and put them in. I've only set this up today. In here, this is the spare carry bag. This is the stuff I would use on a longer ride, which I'm not doing at the moment really. 2 bottle holders, they can go on the rear of the seat, so you can carry an extra 2 bottles. Which obviously, depending on the summer, we could sometimes do stuff like that. Stop carrying the bag because I've got the bottle thing there to carry the spare tubes and stuff in. This here is just loads of spare bits, the old brake pads. That is what we need to use on the wheel so it works on the turbo trainer, because the current bolt doesn't fit on the turbo trainer. Spare tubes. These are tubes that need repairing. Rather than tubes that can be used now, they need repairing before we... They've all probably had one puncture at least, and need repairing before we use them. Nothing in there. They're all empty. So yeah, and currently we're wearing... This is our winter cycling stuff, followed by some trousers. I've got my cycling shorts on, the padding and everything. So that's everything. Oh, and we've got a cycling top on underneath. Just put it on for the video really, and to try it all on, because a lot of the cycling clothes are new. I've only set this room up today while my wife was at work. I'll give her a surprise for when she gets home that we've got a cycling room now. Something she probably never wanted, but she's having. I am kind like that. And I think that's about it. Thanks for watching.